Hello, World Wide Web. I'm Dr. Shado, the internet personality with us hair, and welcome to Live and Wired, episode 14. Can I have a do-over? And not necessarily for that intro, as much as it annoys about everyone, including myself, because I have to pause it, and man, I'm annoying. Just pointing that out there.
Deckers gains 1 point of self-awareness, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, so, joining, as always, we have that long-haired creepy guy.
Yo.
And Patricia's moving today.
Yeah.
So she's really busy, but she's still put in a lot of work for today. So don't hold that against her. And along with moving, she also put together like the news sheet. So she's still the glue that holds this show together. Otherwise, I'd be sitting here like, well, creepy. You know what to talk about?
Yeah, that really would be what the show was about. Although, I was going to say that we also have a guest star with my cat, but she has decided that she's camera shy right now and took off before I could turn the webcam around so that everyone could get a look at her. Now she's hiding behind the chair. Or maybe she just didn't like that I put my feet up, next to her. Maybe my feet smell. That's entirely possible.
Please End Me says almost to 100K. And yeah, it's crazy.
I'm surprised I haven't gotten more late night phone calls.
Well, I mean, I have had to leave my phone with my fiance for the last couple of months because it was our only source of internet, and it's the only way I could give her contact to the outside world.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll go back to the old place to do Live and Wired and all this stuff and upload my reviews, and I need to leave the phone here with you so that you may say hi on occasion. But yeah. Now we have internet. It's another thing. I didn't mention that yet. I think I said it on Twitter. I said it to Creepy. I said it to Patricia. I ran outside screaming naked in the front lawn, but it's okay because we got like, what is it? It's 9 plus 20. 9 plus. We got 24 acres, so we got a big front lawn. No one noticed.
Yeah. Decker runs outside naked. No one cares.
Punhub's asking, what do you work for outside of YouTube? Nothing. Living the dream of, dear God, I hope they don't fuck my ad revenue this month.
Pretty much.
Like they fuck, Creepy's ad revenue all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He still doesn't get it.
Yep.
So yeah, that's pretty fucked. Speaking of fucked, the first order of news we have for today.
Decker, I thought we already had this discussion. We're not doing that anymore.
I mean, in terms of Star Wars, in terms of, yes, open tab, open thing. I'm going to go, I got to get this back over here. Oh, this is a lot of fun. It's so much easier when I could just say, okay, Patricia, you screen share everything.
Patricia, this is so much easier when he has someone else doing it for him. It's basically what it comes down to.
Yes, so, whoa, that's fun. Okay, so the Star Wars solo a Star Wars story didn't do too well, and as I say here on express.com/UK, Star Wars Solo flop kills Obi-Wan and Boba Fett plans ? No more anthology movies. Evidently, there's talk that they were working on the Obi-Wan and the Boba. Whoa, what the crap? No, stop, no. Patricia, how do you do it? How do you do it, Patricia? We're less than 5 minutes in. I've already fucked this whole show. So, yeah. Star Wars flop Solo has halted plans for the upcoming Obi-Wan and Boba Fett movies, according to a new report. Has the fan backlash backfired? Well, the fan backlash was that they didn't like the direction of the movies, so if they stopped making the movies because of it, I'd say that then it worked. But... the Solo Star Wars story is set to be the first flop in the franchise's history, which is a shame because history. There's no either. But it is a shame because I've heard that Solo is actually decent.
Yeah, I heard that too. In fact, I was encouraged to go out and watch it. And another thing that surprises me, I'm like, this is supposedly the first flop. I mean, episode 1, episode
No, they did.
2.
They still did really well. They still did financially very well.
Mm-hmm.
But Solo is the first one to actually be technically a bomb. It's like, not only that, it is likely a flop on a previously unimaginable scale. After 3 weeks on a worldwide release, it has limped to 342 million. Only 342 million. Whew. At the global box office, with a major Star Wars fan boycott campaign taking some of the credit for its failure. But if it's really just a small percentage, then it probably is just the general audience is getting a little tired of Star Wars movies every couple of months. Just a theory.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like these kind of movies, the Rogue One, Solo, and the other movies that they had planned, they're not bad. I just, like I don't, and I don't think I'm the alone in this, or I'm the first. I'm certainly not the first person to say it, but they just sort of dished out. They just shoved all these movies into the public one after the other within really the space of very little time, and I just feel like this was way too much, way too fast.
So yeah, I get kind of the same feeling. Considering it's also reported to be the most expensive Star Wars film ever made, industry estimates suggest it would need to take 500 million just to break even. You see, that's called a risky endeavor, even for releasing a Star Wars movie. Got to tell you.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree too. So a
Now,
combination of poor budgeting, poor planning, and just oversaturating the market is, well, there you go. I mean, like people were saying the same thing in 2000, when they were in the mid to late 2000s, when they were trying to shove as many Marvel movies as they could out,
oh yeah.
and a lot of people were like, one, they're not very good, and two, it's just too much at once.
So now a major U.S. site reporting that Disney and Lucasfilm has pulled all future anthology movie plans on hold. This would include the highly anticipated Ewan McGregor return as Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi, which I thought they were still petitioning to have him be Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Disney was like, no, we got our new guy.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised
But
and or
when you got to
confused by
hold it in
that
front of
too.
people's faces, like, aren't you ashamed that you did not go to see the movie that you weren't interested in? Because now you don't get the toy that you asked for that we told you couldn't get earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Sources with knowledge of the situation tell Collider that Lucasfilm has decided to put the plans for more a Star Wars story spin-off movies on hold, instead opting to focus their attention on Star Wars Episode 9 and what the next trilogy of Star Wars films will be after that film. So yeah.
Mm.
The rumored Obi-Wan movie was in active development, but those who were working on the film are no longer involved. So, yeah. That's not great.
Yeah.
I mean, not great for Disney. That's a very fast turnover on. I got this very, very valuable, most valuable property in movie history that is
Mm-hmm.
still valuable right now, and I just ran it through the ringer so fast and so hard, I lost money on it.
Mm-hmm. And then there's the fact that they're complaining that it only made 300 and it only made over $300 million in a couple of weeks, and I'm like, I can't even I can't even picture that like that's not quite some box office records anymore, but
Adventure
that's still
Jedi 24 here says this story was proven false by Disney themselves. No delays.
oh.
So maybe that was like a rumor popping around, and they just came out and said, "Nope, not happening. You're getting your Obi-Wan movie, but I don't know. I didn't hear Disney saying that Ewan McGregor would be in it, which would be really nice if he was,
Mm-hmm.
but
That's true.
I didn't hear that from Disney. I could say,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, Solo is definitely monetarily not exactly a winner.
Right. Although I have heard good things about it. The
Yeah.
people who I know who went to see it have come back and said that it is a good movie and they did enjoy it.
Smith Wesson says an Obi-Wan movie without Ewan McGregor is like a Han Solo movie without Harrison Ford. Oh well. Brandon Kilgore's like, but the internet isn't going to lie to us. Who would do that? Just put up lies on the internet?
Shame. Shame.
Okay, Jay Furstein says, creepy. Solo lost about $80 million after reshoot costs and marketing.
Ah.
No, that was saying that after pulling in 320, it would still need to make about 500 at the box office to break even. But I guess losing 80 million to make that 80 million back, because a lot of the ticket sale doesn't go to the studio, it goes to the theater. So the total box office is like the total amount of money people paid for movie tickets. So it's not necessarily if you have a movie that costs $100 million to make, it's going to take a lot more than $100 million of movie tickets to break even on that. Decker, ever watched Transformers Prime? Asks Jacob Kennedy. No, I have not. Not that I can recall. Oh boy. So yeah. Whoa. Hey Decker, you guys going to talk about the artwork of Godzilla 2 plot on Twitter and DeviantArt? Asks Scott Duncan. So creepy. You got any? Have you seen anything with that? Because
no, I was like, what?
Oh, I really need to get an extra Patricia in here. Hey, King Cold. Oh,
Waving,
broke my neck.
waving to King Cold.
Dagger, when are we getting a set of King Kong reviews? Asks Big Jack Films. I haven't planned out any King Kong reviews. There's a whole bunch of others. That's not really something that's high on the priority list, I'm afraid.
The summer of King Kong.
Everyone already knows it's the summer of Adam Sandler. Fuck it. Oh God.
Why? Why would you do that?
So, now I'm trying to figure out a good segue. It's some man.
Movies. We were talking about movies. So speaking of movies and those things that are shined onto projector screens.
Creepy. Would you like to take this one?
I will.
Because it is a. There is evidently a new live-action Ninja Turtle. Well, like not
You
new
can-
Michael Bay Ninja Turtles movie,
Mhm.
and it's being written by Andrew Dodge.
Right. So,
I'm bringing it up.
yeah.
I gotta.
Like, where did I'm sitting here. I'm hearing you talk, and I'm like,
One screen, one surface. I gotta get this. Okay, let me see if I can figure this out. Screen share. There we go. I know that button. And I say that, and I say share, and yes, there we go. And then I click on myself, and then I click over here and say, get that ad out of my face. Okay, here we go.
Ninja Turtles movie with. Oh well. Okay, never mind. Paramount is ready to say cowabunga once again. The heroes in a half shell are coming back for more pizza. Paramount is developing a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie and has hired Andrew Dodge, the writer behind the Jason Bateman comedy Bad Words, to pen the script. Michael Bay, Andrew Form, and Brad Fuller will produce the feature via their Platinum Dunes banner. The company was behind the studio's horror hit A Quiet Place. Paramount has made two Ninja Turtles movies based on the 1980s cult comic by Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird that spawned a pop cultural phenomenon in the late 80s and early 90s. The first movie, released in 2014, grossed $493 million worldwide,
Which would not be enough to break even if it was solo.
Yep. While 2016's installment, subtitled Out of the Shadows, showed the limits of the franchise with $245 million. Neither was a hit with critics.
Michael Bay.
Yeah. Yeah. However, both were made before the arrival of Chairman Jim Giannopoulos.
Giannopoulos? I don't know.
Something. That guy. who has made it a priority to clean up the studio's slate and refocus its franchises. Insiders are hoping to bring a patina of quality as they relaunch the brand. It's all in the name. Ninja Turtles chronicles the adventures of four mutated turtles named after Renaissance artists in their teens who protect New York City using ninja skills acquired from a humanoid rat.
Master Splinter.
You know, if we could
Humanoid.
stop here for just a second, when you say these things out loud to yourself, it does sound kind of weird.
That's pretty much the end of them talking about Ninja Turtles. They're just like, oh yeah, he also wrote this, this, and that. Like, no one cares.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe the people hiring him did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that might have happened.
But we're not here for that.
Yeah. Some care went into whether or not he was capable, but I'm just like, hey, I'm like, hey, we're writing about not amphibians. People keep correcting me on that.
Terrapins.
Reptiles. Mutated reptiles with ninja powers and a rat friend.
A rat sensei.
Yes.
Who is also their dad.
Milo Wolfface says, I just hope there's a dance number in the new one.
Do you think Vanilla Ice will come out of retirement to sing the new song?
God. Marks My Bitch asks, did you ever watch the Ninja Turtles porno? It's real. Frown.
Yep, there's a Ninja Turtles porno. I believe the Cinema Snob did a review of it, actually.
Oh, I would believe it if anyone would. It would have been him. Oh God. See, Gay Jesus wasn't even as bad as half the stuff that Brad Jones has reviewed.
Brad Jones has a strong stomach.
Actually, I think it wasn't as bad as half. Yeah, half of it was worse, and then the other. He reviewed some stuff that was not as bad as Gay Jesus. Yeah. I mean, everyone needs something to feel good about themselves later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, like at some point,
Schaefer asks, "Gay what? Gay Jesus?" It's a little crossover of me and Creepy Did that got me a community guideline strike.
Yeah, and he blames me for that. Keep in mind, I just showed Decker the link to the movie, and I said, "Hey, what if we reviewed this?" I didn't twist his arm or anything. He just watched like a 30-minute short film, and then was like, "Okay, we're doing this."
It is like the worst. But I censored everything. I heavily edited out like as much as I could, and YouTube's still like, "Hey, that's a community guideline strike."
Yeah, and, which you can't really dispute those. That's like, if if they give you one of those, you're pretty much just fucked.
And I think we'll be putting £5 into the charity, the bestfriends.org.
Okay.
Right. That's just a little super chat popped up that no. So that's £5 to charity. Okay, so what's something that could segue? Jeez, I'm terrible at this. I am.
Well, we haven't really finished.
Come back.
Yeah. It's
you hold the show together.
Decker, breathe. I swear, it's like we're back in Japan again. But no, like I'd be okay with a new Ninja Turtles movie, a good Ninja Turtles movie. Like the movies that came out before just there were some decisions that I was just like, why? I mean, are you just gambling? Did you all just get drunk, make bets on how you can make this worse, and went from there? Because I can believe in a room with Michael Bay in it that happened.
Smith Wesson's asking if will I ever do a review of the original 1954 Gojira. And I did Godzilla King of the Monsters, but that was the American edit. Mm-hmm. So I mean, would it be kind of reviewing the same thing again? Because most of the movie is still there. You just don't have like the guy Steve Martin, he's not there talking about all the stuff about the important American going around Japan watching Godzilla destroy Japan. Like, dear God, Godzilla is destroying Japan.
Must be Tuesday.
Uh,
Uh, one other movie that's, well, it's actually a remake. James Wan is producing a remake of Arachnophobia, and this I actually feel like is a movie that a lot of people have never heard of.
oh yeah, we got an article
So
on that.
yeah,
Oh, you're doing the segue?
no,
Oh, you didn't know we had the article, or you didn't? Ah, you just read it and you're like, hey, let's talk about it.
yeah,
Okay, sure.
that's the thing.
I'm trying to. I had the article. Where the heck did I put it? It's in this list somewhere. I had it. There we go. Patricia's going to be watching this later. Like, dear God, I'm going to be asking for more than 33%.
And then I was just about to do it myself when Decker's like, "Now I've got it." So
Okay, here we are. Now I say share screens, and now I go, yes, shit, there we are. And oh God, okay, here we go. James Wan to remake Arachnophobia. The itsy bitsy spiders are crawling back to theaters. God, Ben K, you kill me.
uh,
So get ready to call the exterminators because arachnophobia is crawling back into the. You use that joke in the title, Ben.
yeah.
Variety reports that a remake of the horror comedy is in the works from the producer James Wan. Wan, who's currently helming Aquaman, will produce the remake through his Atomic Monster banner. Steven Spielberg's Amblin Entertainment, who was behind the original film, will also be involved. Things are on the very early stages, so no writer or director has been hired yet, but we're pretty sure there's going to be spiders. Now, it appears Wan won't be directing the movie himself. The filmmaker has a solid horror pedigree, having directed the first Saw film and executive produced all the others, as well as working in various roles in the Conjuring and Insidious franchises. Released in 1990, Arachnophobia starred Jeff Daniels and John Goodman as marked Frank Marshall's feature directorial debut. The pilot saw a dangerous Venezuelan spider accidentally shipped to America, where it mates with a local eight-legged freak to form a deadly hybrid breed. A group of doctors and one hard-nosed infestation manager, Goodman, teamed up to track down the queen before the deadly arachnids take over their peaceful country town. Watch the trailer below if you want a copyright strike.
But like I
Okay.
was saying, I remember the original Arachnophobia movie, and I don't know if this was I don't know if it was like everywhere in general, but like in the air, what I remembered about it is that it caused a little bit of a stir because it was one of the few horror movies that featured, like, the spiders in the film were not giant sized, like they weren't enormous mutated creatures that could swallow houses or anything like that. They were normal, they were spiders, just, but the movie managed to actually kind of make them scary while simultaneously having a little bit of a humor element to it. So a lot of people actually found the movie more scary than if the spiders had been giant sized because of the idea that this plot was plausible. So
All right.
people were so it stirred up a lot of people who were kind of like, this was a little more scary than I thought it would be, who went to see it thinking it's got John Goodman in it, this will be good for a couple of chuckles, and then they go see the movie, come out like an hour and a half later, and they're afraid to go anywhere that is dusty from this point on.
God's
Like,
Ultron 1313 says, Decker, do a review of Spiders, the City Crawls. And a lot of people, like when I did Eight-Legged Freaks, there was a lot of people who stopped in to comment and say, hey, Decker, really love your videos and stuff, but not going to watch this one. Terrified of spiders. Hope you understand. So, yeah, that kind of. There were also comments on that same review saying, hey, I could do a summer of spiders. I'm like, no, I can't do that to any kind of percentage of my subscribers for that long. The Terror of Death also dropped a $5 super chat saying, "Heck, you think the last Ninja Turtles movie where Bad try the new Ninja Turtles cartoon and then talk to me and I saw / Arachnophobia by the Where's Patricia?"
Patricia is not here because she is moving today. She is having to lift many heavy things all by herself. So,
By the Where's was one word.
mhm.
Toby King dropped 2 pounds. Conan remake. Conan, the Tree of Woe.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, I missed that. Let me take a look-see.
What are you looking at, Decker?
I was told I missed something. I'm going to check something, see if
How could
see
you do
something.
that, Decker? Shame on you.
Well, when the thing's showing the articles, I don't see like anything.
Shame.
Okay. A white girl blackwashed to feel white guilt asked, "Decker, will you please review Shrek 5 in 2019?"
Why that specific date?
I don't know. Shrek. Shrek. Oh, Shrek. There are a few things that scare me in life. Shrek is one of them. I've seen too many GIFs, too many vines. It is nightmare material. Oh, the nightmare material. I mean, how terrified are you of Shrek, Creepy?
Actually, I thought Shrek was pretty good. I am one of the few people who liked the second film more than the first.
How often have you played Left 4 Dead with the Shrek mod?
That I have not done.
When Shrek is running down the street and breaking things off and throwing pieces of street at you and trying to kill you, you slightly change your opinion of Shrek. But speaking of things from the 1990s being remade, one thing I was thinking you might want to read. Where is it? There it is. The Witches is going to be readapted from the novel by Warner Brothers, who did the original adaptation in 1990, called The Witches.
I remember.
And that's a classic and a half, and I'm trying to figure out how the hell are you going to top that, especially if they go CGI, which we all know they're going to.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see now if I can figure out how this works. How does Patty do it so fast? Boom. I'm coming through, right?
I was looking up something in relation to this article. My bad. Robert Zemeckis. Robert Zemeckis is in final negotiations to direct Warner Brothers' adaptation of Roald Dahl's classic book, The Witches. Studio sources tell Variety. And thank you, by the way, for making that bigger, because the font in this article is tiny.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, for those of you who, real quick, and this was why I was distracted earlier, because I was actually looking the name up and I wasn't sure I could count on it being in the article. But what are you doing, Decker?
I was popping over to you because I thought you wanted to be on camera to tell people things.
Oh, okay, thank you. For those of you, anyone who does not know, Roald Dahl is the author of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and Matilda. Both, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory has been made and remade into a film many times, and Matilda was made into a film in the mid-90s. And The Witches was another novel of his, and I believe, like Decker has already said, it was made into a movie in 1990, and I don't think the movie did very well. I remember the
I remember seeing it a bunch, but holy crap, that movie just it's like a children's horror movie that will really fuck you up. You will have nightmares for a while after this one.
Yeah.
They got witches and they turn kids into mice. Oh, sounds nice and cute, doesn't it? Until they turn the kids into mice like a fucking American Werewolf in London.
Yeah.
And the witches look like, no joke, they look like the Hag Ravens out of Skyrim, only uglier.
Yeah. Like, this was like all of the moral guardians who are really big into pushing stranger danger onto kids. This is like the movie that they make their kids watch like once a week to teach them to be afraid of everyone. Because the whole point of it is that witches are everywhere. They are disguised as normal people, and they are after children because they just hate kids for some reason. It's like an entire race of the Trunchbull.
Oh boy. So yeah.
Anyway, thank you. Sources say a deal is expected shortly. Zemelix will also pen the script with his partner Jack Repke, producing through their banner Image Movers, along with Alfonso Cuarón and Guillermo del Toro. Del Toro has long been attached to direct, but a scheduling conflict led the Oscar winner to vacate the director's chair. Him and The Hobbit all over again. Based on the 1973 novel, the film follows a 7-year-old boy who has a run-in with real-life witches. Warner Brothers has previously adapted the book in 1990 with Angelica Houston playing one of the title characters, but sources close to the project say Zemeckis' version will be more rooted in the original source material, while the Houston pick was a loose adaptation.
Okay, and this is, I don't know if this has anything more to do with this particular.
The witches could mark a return to the family-friendly genre, like the Back to the Future franchise and Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Back to the Future, I don't know if I would quite call that a family film, but
there's a lot to do with family in Back to the Future.
Yeah, there's also a lot to do with incest in the films too.
Yes, that still counts. That's family.
Which helped turn him into one of Hollywood's biggest directors. Yeah.
Okay. So, hop on back here. Stop sharing. Stop sharing. Okay, there we go.
So yeah, I'm not entirely sure how I feel about this because, like I said, the novel was very well.
Okay, we got a couple of super chats there. I was scrolling up and like, oh, I missed that. Okay. King Cole dropped $2 and asked, "Do you guys like hard liquor?"
Yeah,
I do, but I have a problem where I get too used to it too fast, and then I don't feel anything except the hangover the next day, and that sucks.
Yeah, I love hard liquor.
White Girl Black Wash to Feel White Guilt dropped £2. Decker, do you like synthwave, chillwave, darkwave? I am not certain what those are, but I think that's music genres.
Yeah, they're mainly you mainly hear them a lot in clubs.
Well, I do like kind of club-like music and electronica and stuff like that, and it sounds like something that I would get into, but I can't say that I've actually heard something and like, what's that? Oh, that's chillwave. Oh, I like that. That has not happened to me. Yeah. But I might have heard some of it at some point. I don't know.
Right. It's been a while since main reason is, in the area that I live, there's not a really big club circuit here in Mississippi. It's like.
And the Terror of Death dropped $5, said, "Sorry, Decker, limited myself for $5 super chat. No, not again. Please, can this movie now? Can that movie now? I don't want to have nightmares again." Oh boy.
So are they talking? Is he talking about arachnophobia?
I'm pretty sure the witches.
Oh, the witches. Oh, okay. I was like, because we mentioned earlier that people complained about the 8-Legged Freaks review and that relation to arachnophobia. So I was wondering,
Toby Kirkby dropped £2 saying, "This is a car crash without Patricia. Love it."
Yep.
It
Patricia is
is.
the glue that holds everything together, and this is what we're like without her.
Yeah, there was a reason why I was like, okay, I could get creepy on that'd be good, but I need a third person. I need someone to help keep everything flowing, keep everything together, take care of the chat, take care of this and all that. And Patricia, was able to get her on. It was good, and she has helped a ton. I miss her so much. King Cole dropped $2. Would you guys ever do shots on the show? I might. I don't know about creepy.
I do it. Yeah, sure. Why not? I
I
mean,
mean,
if I had,
I did the hot sauce for free.
yeah, it's
I've
like,
already almost killed myself one way. I don't think I could really top that with alcohol unless I just downed like 2 bottles.
yeah. I mean, I'm like,
And I'm not
well,
going to do
Decker
that.
has almost nearly killed himself with hot sauce. I actually think the hard liquor would be a step down from that.
Oh yeah, but I've been watching a lot of Hot Ones on First We Feast. They bring in Hollywood celebrities and they have all the line of hot wings and stuff, and they start off at like 500 Scovilles, and then they work up their way to their custom sauce that's 2 million Scovilles, the last dab, and it's tradition. You put an extra dab on the wing. And I've been looking at that like I need to get a Hollywood career because I want to be on that show. I want to eat those wings. And Scottish Geek Plays dropped £5 as in super chat. I don't know. Maybe he's also been working out. I mean, good on him if he has. Did you know Nick Vince, the Chatterer, has his own YouTube channel where he chats with horror icons every Sunday? The Chatterer Cenobite? Nick Vince Chatterer? Is that? I'm gonna look up Nick Vince.
Gracia.
I got that super fast internet right now. Nicholas Vince, no Hellraiser played Chattering Cenobite. Yes.
Yep.
I need to get a better DNS server set up though, because I'm still doing the default DNS, and
It's not how I would imagine someone who played a Cenobite
well, I mean,
to look, but I mean, it's always different when they don't have the makeup on. According to this, he also wrote Hellraiser and Nightbreed comics for Marvel.
what I want to see is Nick Vince on Hot Ones in the Chatterer, and take the hot wing. It's like, and just have to try and ask him questions and see if he answers, and just like takes the next wing. I don't know.
That would be what you
Cenobites
would
would
do.
love that show. Cenobites just love it. There's the one sauce called 100% pain, and I'm just like, is oh god. Now I'm trying to remember the quote, Pinhead's quote, and I can't now. I just my brain's drawn a blank. Patricia, where are you? My brain works better when you're here.
But
Oh boy, where's oh okay? I'm just seeing the chat, trying to see. Okay, we're up to. We went from like 60 viewers to 125, so things are looking up.
awesome.
Colonel Scramble says the 100% pain sauce is brutal, and yeah, the Scovilles on it are pretty damn high. But the 357, I actually saw on that show, Hot Ones, they had the 357 sauce that was only 357,000 Scoville.
Right.
I had the 25th anniversary set of the Mad Dog 357, which started at 600,000 Scoville, went to 750,000 Scoville, and then stopped off at the over 1 million Scoville.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that after the 750, that was the one that hurt the most. I think that numbed my tongue to a degree because the million didn't feel as bad after that. King Cole dropped $2. Said, "Did you guys ever see Conan the Adventurer?" Ooh, that sounds familiar, but I did not see it. Which was that the like TV show or the cartoon? Was that a cartoon?
I believe it was. Hold on. Yeah. It was an animated series. It was an animated series, an American, French, and Canadian collaboration, produced by Jetlag Productions and Sunbow Productions. It debuted March 12th, 1992, ran for 65 episodes, and concluded in November 1993.
Scott Duncan. Scott Duncan also said Decker review Broly the Legendary Super Saiyan, Broly's Second Coming, and Bio Broly. And I've been watching a little more Dragon Ball Z movies lately, but I don't know. There's so much I don't know. I mean, I just watch it. I'm like, yeah, they're throwing everyone. There's some beams coming out of that man's fingers. Yes, there are.
Okay, what I was laughing about. Conan the Adventurer, the animated series, was developed by Christy Marks, who served as the sole story editor.
Christy Marks?
Otherwise known as the woman who created Gem.
Ah.
So she went from Gem to Conan the Adventurer.
So creepy. This is in your territory then.
Apparently so.
Oh god, this has got to be a crossover again. Damn it. always but I always end up, my hair gets a little more frizzy every time I do a crossover with Oh boy.
Well, you've been avoiding that for a long time, but
oh yeah, but they always do good. So
that's true.
and you always get a good chunk of comments saying I hate whenever you do reviews with this guy, but the reviews always do well. So it's kind of like that thing going on right now with the whole other remake.
Hold on.
So okay. Yeah, there's a campaign that has been I don't know how big it is. I really don't think, honestly, that it's that big. But of course, if there's anything like this, of course, there's going to be news outlets covering it way too much. So here we have the internet reacts to Star Wars fans, quote unquote, more like nerds, wanting to remake The Last Jedi by Jenna Anderson. How nice. The Star Wars fandom has been through quite a lot over the franchise's tenure, but a new development appears to have taken things to a whole other level. Earlier today, the Twitter account at @RMTheLastJedi posted a lengthy thread where they announced plans to create their own alternative version of last year's Star Wars The Last Jedi. According to their account, a coalition of quote-unquote fans who were frustrated with the real The Last Jedi are willing to completely remake the film and will even foot the $200 million bill for the production, which might not be enough to break even. Just point that out there. It's a cutthroat world in this Hollywood. Yes, really. This is a campaign to provide Disney an opportunity to course correct with the Star Wars franchise. The fans are completely divided, and the core goal of Star Wars has been abandoned. The campaign's website reads, the goal is not to make one half of the fandom happy over the other. It is to make a film that the fandom in general, as a whole, enjoys. The hero archetypes of the original films is what made these so great. That's what I thought about while watching Star Wars was, man, I love these hero archetypes. It made characters that everyone could relate to, regardless of their background and beliefs. No longer having this core element, along with poor storytelling, has made the franchise divisive and in disarray. It is certainly an ambitious and awfully entitled goal, one that has earned reactions from all across the Star Wars landscape. Even The Last Jedi director Rian Johnson caught wind of the campaign and responded in a pretty delightful manner. But quite a few other Twitter users have decided to address the idea, from wondering exactly how the logistics would work to imagining what this new version would look like. Here's a roundup of some of those responses. Oh no, she twin says the remake of The Last Jedi is just going to be a bunch of straight white dudes measuring their lightsabers and saying, actually, for 2 hours. Okay, that's key. Say stars are going to remake The Last Jedi with a box of puppets, a packet of googly eyes, and my dad's camcorder. Please give me 300 million pounds. So yeah, that's all condescending. Going to remake The Last Jedi remake and make every character a lady and have Luke Skywalker marry 6 porgies in a trench coat. Of course, that one. Proposed The Last Jedi fan remake. Yes. Script page 1. Is it space or something? We see Luke Skywalker being cool because he's like our dad, except he actually loves us and is proud of us and would never tell us to get a job, even though we don't want to. Luke, girls are smelly and bad. So there's a lot of assumption going on. It seems to be the basic thing that I see a lot when you got the thing saying, hey, you don't like our movie? Well, that must mean you hate women or something. I don't know.
Oh,
I haven't seen the actual like proposed remake, what the words of the people proposing the remake are, so that's a big assumption to make anyway, but it is of course what you see all the time coming out of the the journalists saying you don't like this, it's because you hate women and minorities.
I'm of the mindset that you have $200 million, and this is what you decide to do with it. Like this is the goal you set for yourself.
uh, a side assaults his argument against Star Wars fans. Men babies hate women. Right. There may be, there's a lot of people in the world, 7 billion or something. There might be some out there who don't like the women and the people with the color in their skin. And they might say so. They might have a Twitter account, but I don't think that they represent a very large portion of the population. I don't know. It's just me.
And you say this while you live in Texas.
Yeah, I live in Texas. I walk around, I see people, and they're not being like, hey, how did you beat your wife today? Oh, I need to beat them a little harder, honestly. They did not make my sandwich quite perfect. They need to be put in their place. That doesn't go on that, really. And if it does, and people know about it, then they're like, hey, that guy's an asshole. But anyway, we have a Live and Wired poll based loosely on this. Yeah. Over on Twitter, at Decker Shado. I got to change the poll length. I have it set to a day again. Patricia, help me. Okay, so how would you go about remaking the Last Jedi if you had the chance? Now, there's only 4 options on a Twitter poll, so please tweet any other suggestions you have. But the 4 options are as follows. Number 1, even more diversity. Number 2, the Porgy are now replaced with gremlins from the Gremlins franchise. Get them wet and they turn into monsters and kill everybody. It's awesome. Number 3, it has only one ending. It doesn't have an ending and then it keeps going and then there's another ending and then it keeps going and then another ending. Just one ending. One. That's it. We're done. Okay? One ending. And number 4, all straight white males. Let's actually get a feel how many out there will vote all straight white males. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's going to win. I don't know. But we're going to find out here. This is some serious statistical analysis going on today on Live and Wired. Tweet it out right now at Decker Shadow on Twitter. Starting now, 30 minutes to go. I will be adding the link to the chat and to the description on the freaking live stream thing. I can do this. I know how to. Patricia, help me. Okay, there's a link in the chat. And
I wonder if we should start a different poll. How many people, and it only has 2 answers to respond to. How many people think Decker will crumble and break down sobbing before this Live and Wired broadcast is over?
You can start that poll on your Twitter if you want, at TLHCG, that long-haired creepy guy.
Yeah. I've never actually done a poll before.
It's simple. You just go to make a tweet and you click on the poll option. Okay. Here we are. Oh, dude, where am I? We've had some super chats, or at least one. I don't know. Let me scroll. Okay, I think it was only one. Yeah. Okay. One before that was Conan the Adventure. Okay. So, David Quinones dropped $5. Said, "I think you might enjoy ? Reviewing Maniac Cop, Puppet Master, and Demonic Toys. Love your content, by the way, guys. Keep doing what you do." Actually, I already reviewed Demonic Toys 1 and 2. That was a long time ago, but they should still be up. I hope they haven't been blocked worldwide. Sometimes that happens, and you got to go back and check. But Maniac Cop, yeah, that's been a request for a while, as has Puppet Master ever since I did Demonic Toys. Michael Lena dropped $5. I don't know if they didn't get to type in their message, but it's just $5.
Awesome.
Thank you, Michael. Whew. So yes. Anyone have any opinions on the whole remake the Last Jedi thing? Because that's the whole thing with the Star Wars doing bad. Star Wars Solo, a Star Wars story doing badly. That doesn't seem to have to do with the quality of Solo, a Star Wars story, as much as just backlash against the Last Jedi, which I still have not seen, so I don't have any opinion as to the quality of the movie. Oh. Brian Solano asks, am I going to watch Creed 2 in November? Yes, I am. Hopefully, I'll actually have a license by then, so I'll be able to just drive to the theater. I got a car. It's nice. Oh, boy. Side Assault says, I'm in favor of a new The Last Jedi because that movie was trash. I still haven't seen it, so I still don't know. Are there any fans of The Last Jedi present? Jesse Guayardo says, I have not seen the last two movies. Sam says, basically, Decker, I approve fully. The original Last Jedi sucked balls in so many ways. I haven't seen it, but it's like, part of me wants to see it just to find out and get it over with. The other part of me is like, you know what? If I give this thing a 4 out of 5, I'm going to be on the face of, I'm going to be on the front page of Polygon where they're talking about how I'm a Nazi. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like dealing with that kind of bullshit. I just like, well, may as well just not even look at the movie. I don't care really that much, but I'm confused now. I'm like, how was it? Kevin Schaefer says it was all right. Mm. And there are some things where I've been told that it's absolutely terrible, abhorrent, and I think, it's not too bad. Like The Thing 2011, I thought it wasn't really a good The Thing movie, but it was just kind of a basic monster movie. Jeepers Creepers 3, it had no ending, and it had no reason to exist, but it wasn't. It was shot well. It did pretty good with what it had, but oh god, that CGI was terrible. But I didn't think it was as like brain-hurtingly bad as Jeepers Creepers 2. Jeepers Creepers 2 had much better effects. Jeepers Creepers 2 was scarier, but Jeepers Creepers 2 was so annoying. All those characters were so dumb, and there were so many of them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Decker?
Yeah, I'm cool.
Did you rupture something in your head again?
I might have. Milo Wolfface is asking why is Creepy quiet. I think it's because he prefers talking to Patricia over me.
Well, also in the fact that I know better than to try and interrupt you when you go off on a tangent, and I've known you long enough to where I can feel them coming.
Todd Train disagrees with me, says Jeepers Creepers 2 was better than 3. And depending on what it is you're looking for in a movie, I could see that, because like I said, it did have better quality visuals, and it was scarier. So, and that is an important thing in a horror movie, so yeah, I can see that. But personally, I would rather watch 3 than 2, just because 2 pisses me off that much.
Mm-hmm. It really does, as we've seen. Decker busting vessels in his forehead, getting so angry at it. When you think about it, Decker becoming a movie critic, it really was kind of inevitable.
Daniel Ultimate Jones says, review Jeepers Creepers 2 or Nightmare on Elm Street. Should we tell him?
I was wondering about that. Okay, guess what? Your wish is granted. Go to Decker's channel. You'll find both of those reviews there.
Kevin Shaver's asking, is it bad they've only seen Jeepers Creepers 2? It does have the best visual effects of the series. The first one was pretty low budget, and so was the third one, to be honest. The second one was like, hey, the first one did okay. Throw some money at this. See what you can do. Really fast, and that really fast part for a director that didn't want to make a sequel, really not a good combination.
Yeah.
But well. Eddie Hurt is saying, still waiting to see a Toxic Avenger review if you were going on it. And yeah, that's the thing. Trauma. I want to do more Trauma, and if you're doing more Trauma, you have to do Toxic Avenger.
I'm actually a bit surprised that the Traumaville movies are not something that has ended up on your watch list, or just a whole summer of nothing but Traumaville.
Oh, Summer of
Because
Trauma would get my channel deleted.
yeah, because I'm like, these movies are kind of invented for you. They're gore, explosions, and boobs, and that's really all there is.
Oh boy. Now I'm trying to see.
I remember one Traumaville movie that I thought at the time was just creepy as hell, and that was Class of Nukem High.
Oh, they kickstarted a sequel to that was successful.
Yeah, that's right. I heard of that.
And also, speaking of movies that should not exist logically on any way, I got a little article for you, Creepy.
Hmm?
There we go. I gotta fix my thing. There we go. Okay.
What the hell?
Sonic the Hedgehog live action movie details. I don't think that's an actual shot from the movie. Just
Why?
so, would you like to read that out, Creepy?
Oh,
That
my
sounds like a
head.
no.
They're putting an interesting twist on Sonic. Well, I can't say that this is false advertising. When it was announced that Sega's most lucrative character, Sonic the Hedgehog, was getting his own live action movie, I scratched my head. I feel like that's an understated reaction. Sega Genesis was the first video game console I owned, so of course Sonic was big in my household. Still, the idea of bringing a super fast hedgehog that collects gold rings while he battles an evil scientist who turns animals into robots doesn't seem like a solid movie plot. I don't know, depending on who you ask, that actually kind of works.
I'd watch it, but then again, you've seen the shit I've watched.
Yeah. Soon after the movie was announced, Westworld's James Marsden signed up to star in the film. Speaking at a conference, Paramount CEO, that guy again, revealed the plot for the Sonic film, and it doesn't sound like any of the video game stories will be coming into play. Huge shock there. According to Deadline, this guy said in the film that Sonic will be a juvenile delinquent on the adventures in a pretty straight rural environment with a local policeman. What? It was instantly engaging, probably because people were having the same reaction I was, and it was good enough where you could see where it's going. I'm going to call lying on that last part. Admittedly, that sounds like a weak plot. I don't know if weak is exactly the word I would use, more like, what the fuck? Neil Moritz, the producer behind the Fast and the Furious films, is the mastermind behind the Sonic movie. Oh, fuck. And explained his concept for the adaptation further to The Wrap. What we're trying to do with Sonic is make a movie about small town police officer and Sonic at a time when they are both desperately in need of a friend. And we hope that this theme is friendship. That this theme is friendship is what gives the film its heart and makes it prosper. Sonic will land in theaters in the fall of 2019.
Now, to be honest with you, I still have no idea if this is actually real. Like, is this a troll article? What is going on? Because this one thing you might notice, this comment here, not rap.
Not rap.
You know why? This is at hotnewhiphop.com. This news article is listed in.
Ah. So
strangely, a hip hop themed website posted a news article for a movie about Sonic the Hedgehog, where Sonic is a juvenile delinquent that makes friends with a cop in a rural place.
This makes me feel better.
So I was looking for some sign that this is fake, and I couldn't find it. But it still doesn't seem real to me.
That's, again, putting it mildly, but yeah.
Okay, let me see if I missed any super chats while we're doing that. Okay, Michaelina. So I think there's two more here. Okay, Bandit Quill drops $2. Any interest to review any of the Marvel Comic Universe films?
Yes.
And King Cole dropped $2 saying, I am tired of Sega whoring out Sonic. They do a live action Fast and Furious kind of thing, and they'd have to make a video game about that movie where Sonic where it's like Sonic the Human. But that's the thing. I've seen that on like people's like fan art. They do humanoid versions of the Sonic characters. Did someone at Sega look at that and say, "That's how we can do it"? And call it Paramount? I don't know. Maybe it's please be fake. Please be fake. Please just be an elaborate like onion, like lots of layers on that onion. Please.
Yeah, I want this to be an elaborate joke. I'm asking for the kick me sign this time instead of this being real.
Brandon Kilgore says, so in the hood, the ice is Chaos Emeralds? Zero Cool 666 says, Dr. Robotnik will now be played by Kevin Hart.
Okay, that's actually pretty funny.
Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Why?
That hurt my head. I blame you for this, Decker.
Oh, Patricia's the one that came up with that article.
I'm still blaming you.
Oh,
He's not here right now.
Kevin Schaefer is asking their friend if this is real. So, yes. Oh, God. Adam Huddleston says, Sonic Battle Royale. The ZXKUQYB dropped $5. Says, and remember, I want to know your name, what's your number, and come on, guys, figure out where is ZXKUQYB is from. ZXKUQYB. ZXKUQYB. What's... I have no freaking idea.
Je ne sais quoi. I do not know what.
I feel like YB can be your boy. Like it could be like an anagram for something. I don't know. And now he says, fuck it, Google it. Yeah, ZXKUQYB. Fuck it, I'm Googling it. ZXKUQYB. Did you mean KQYB? No. The Codex of Ultima Wisdom. Urban Dictionary. The letters which head page represent 7 words of power, cause, destruction, untold magnitude. Ultima 3. It's a spell that can be used in Ultima 3 Exodus. And okay. ETXKUQYB. What the fuck spell is that? Okay. Key O. Type cleric. MP70. Effect attempts to kill each foe. This oddly named spell is equivalent to the wizard spell with no name. Oh, that's great. And has a chance to kill each enemy on the battlefield. Your cleric's match points is probably too valuable to waste on this sort of thing, but it can be fun nonetheless. Against really tough enemies, the HP saved by killing them quickly may outweigh the healing you're losing out on by spending this 70 magic. Okay. It's a death spell. That's fun. I like death spells. It's like, boom.
It really does.
Ultima. Okay. A cleric death spell in Ultima. All right. Now, I still have no idea whether or not the Sonic thing's real. And I'm hoping not. I am so hoping not. I am so hoping that we just read an article that has no bearing on news for the thing, and we just wasted everyone's time. That's I'm a legitimate hope here. We're already wasting your time. Why not waste a little more?
Right. Speaking of what, well, I guess, I don't know. Would this be considered a waste of time?
Brandon Kilgore saying, poor naive child. Remember, Sega made a game called Seaman. And yeah, they made a game about fish with human faces that snark at you.
Mm-hmm.
That's Sega. I bought that game too, and I beat it. What's wrong with me? Am I doing any gaming tonight? Asks King Cold. And no, that is not the plan. I did a little bit of Megaton Rainfall last night. I think I might do that tomorrow night, but tonight, no. I really, really, really need to watch the movie for the next review. That's probably going to be Thursday if we're lucky. Whew. Dang, because there's just got internet back. So much you got to do when you just get internet back, and I got a lot of work to do with Creepy too.
Yeah. You're behind on things.
Very behind on things.
And again, I blame you for it. Our next article, Creed 2 trailer. Michael B. Jordan's Adonis has a baby and a black eye.
With the baby's got a black eye?
Has a baby and a black eye.
Oh,
I
okay. That's
don't mean like at the same time, like on like together. The trailer for Creed 2 is here. Yay. And once you see it, you won't be able to box without listening to Kendrick Lamar. In the 2-minute video for the Rocky spin-off sequel, Michael B. Jordan is back as Adonis Johnson, shadowboxing in time with the song Loyalty and showing off what appeared to be a new baby with girlfriend Bianca and a new black eye. The muscles aren't new. Okay. The trailer also features
muscles.
I was like, I was wondering that. Does that mean that the muscles are used? The trailer also features slow-mo fighting, underwater boxing, why? And Sylvester Stallone's Rocky warning Adonis.
He's gonna fight Durrell from Virtua Fighter?
I guess so. And Sylvester Stallone's Rocky warning Adonis about getting in the ring with a man we assume, based on the back of the guy's shirt and IMDb, is Ivan Drago's son, Victor. You've got everything to lose, Rocky says. This guy's got nothing to lose. You don't think I can beat him, asks Adonis, who you'll remember is the son of Apollo Creed, who was killed by Ivan Drago in the ring. As Lamar reminds us, Adonis has loyalty inside his DNA. And we have pure excitement for this film, which is out November 21st. I didn't go see the first Creed film, and so my reaction to this is just kind of And
I'm looking forward to it because it does tie in more with what we had in Rocky 3. But in Rocky 3, when Apollo Creed died, and then you had to have Rocky go forth and avenge him. Apollo Creed dying, very sad, very bad, very not good. But you kind of already know is like, well, he's Rocky, he's Apollo Creed. Rocky beat Apollo Creed, so
yeah.
He's going to be better off. Whereas Adonis Creed is still considered to be a bit lower in the rung and a very very hungry young up and comer kind of thing going on. He did very well in the first one, but he's still the not considered to be at the same level as Apollo or Rocky was at that time. So it's not the same guy. It's not Ivan Drago. It's Victor Drago.
I know.
You still got the Drago in there. So it's there is something there. It's like the whole drama thing. I wanted more of a drama with Adonis Creed in Creed rather than it looks like Stallone's still going to be a pretty big character, but he did have a role that was more like Mickey and less like Rocky.
Right.
He was more mentor and saying things that were very reminiscent of what Mickey was saying to Rocky in several movies. So,
here's another thing that just really bugs me is, like you said, it's it's both of their kids. Your father killed my father. Well, my dad beat up your dad. This is what the movie is.
You could look at it that way. My dad could beat up your dad. My dad killed your dad. By the way, the Terror of Death dropped $5 asking, question for you guys. Have you watched Babylon 5? If so, you guys like to see the updated CGI effects in a re-release of the show? Updated CGI effects? I don't know. It's like that's messing with the past. I don't know. When you say there's something comes out and the CGI sucks,
right?
You can re-release it and change the CGI, but I don't know.
Didn't they try this again? We're going back to Star Wars. They tried this with the special edition that they even released in theaters.
That was in '98, I think, right?
97.
Oh, damn. Okay. But yeah, they were like, we got to touch this up, touch that up, fix that, fix this, fix it. Go these things, this part here where you can see through the ship's hull. You can't do that anymore. Now it's actually opaque. You don't see the AT-AT through. You got that going, and so and it's nice and it's shiny. And they're like, okay, now we're gonna have like balls floating around, and here's a dewback running around there, and there's this scene that we thought wasn't important because it's not, and we cut it from the movie, but it's back, but we covered a guy in a slug. Yeah.
Also, remember they really, really wanted you to know that when the Death Star explodes in A New Hope, it has this shiny ring flare that goes out from the explosion now, instead of just a regular old boom in space. Because they showed like that scene over and over again in the trailers. Like they wanted you to remember that this is how the Death Star was supposed to look when it exploded.
Nick E dropped $10. Says, hey guys, are you going to review the Halloween series? I have not seen any by you, and Michael is another iconic slasher. Additionally, he's getting a new movie come October. And yes, I know about the new Halloween, and there's been a big request, and I do intend to get to Halloween eventually.
Eventually.
Yeah.
At
And
some point.
Ryan Walterson dropped $5 Canadian. Says, have you seen the Sonic fan film? It has Jaleel White returning as Sonic and featured cameos from Doug Walker, James Rolfe, Egoraptor, and Brentalfloss.
Huh. No, I have not. I did not even know about it until now.
Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Now I gotta see that. Anyway, the Death Spell dropped another $5. Said, why not set up a PO box? It would send you a crap load of DVDs and Blu-ray movies, and no longer need. Saves you some cash. Think about it. And yeah, I've never set up a PO box because I just haven't had the. It's always been like because I haven't had a car. It would have been more inconvenient to have to go to the post office, like to a large degree.
Mm-hmm.
So now that I have a car, I need to get the license and the insurance. That's the order you have to go in. You're not allowed to get a driver's license unless you own a car. You're also not allowed to get insurance unless you have a license. Or maybe there are some that insure the unlicensed. I don't know why, though, because if you don't have a license and you're driving a car, you're only allowed to drive it on a private property where you don't need insurance.
Mm.
So it's weird. All I'm using the car for right now is driving to the end of the driveway to throw the trash out and then driving back. It's a long damn driveway. I'm sorry. It's
I don't even know. I know he still lives in the town he was living in before, but I don't know where his new place is. So, I'll have to take his word for it.
Grippy, you know the old place. You've been there.
Yeah.
That lawn was 2 acres.
Right.
The new place, 24.
Okay. Okay, then.
It's a long damn driveway. I'm driving the trash to the corner. Thank you.
Yeah, but I believe that you would have done that at the old place too.
Yeah,
if you
but
could have gotten away with it. I mean, like, that hence my underwhelmed response at first. I mean, like, yeah, but you would do that if it was like 5 steps. You would have still tried to get away with doing.
Put it in the car. Okay, get it out of the car, and then get back in the car. Okay, there we are.
Yeah.
Also, Terror of Death dropped $5 more. Yes, but it just is going to be ship and the titular Babylon 5 station itself. Just the ship and the station. Those are going to be the things that are better looking. So, okay.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's like when you got the classic shows like that, I guess, when they had their CGI shots, they tended to recycle them a lot, episode after episode after episode. So,
right. There was a reason. There was a reason for that too.
Because it was expensive.
Right. I mean, this was in the 90s when CGI was just getting started, and it wasn't everywhere. It's like in every movie. You watch a rom-com now and things are CGI'd.
Oh God. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's like, it's not limited to science fiction and horror anymore. You watch a comedy, there's CGI in it somewhere.
And Dark Magic Yoshi says, well, this stinks. He's only reading comments that send money. It's not only. It's just those are the easiest to notice, and I also feel bad if they do and I don't read it.
Yeah.
I mean, I also feel bad about the amount of things I miss in general, but if there's no money involved, it feels not quite as bad.
Yeah. Where were we?
The
I had
CGI
something here.
CGI stuff in
CGI.
everything.
Yeah, CGI stuff and everything now. So, going back and making the CGI, just the exterior shots for the ship and everything else in Babylon 5. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, if you want to, yeah, sure, why not? I uh I have seen
Titus
Babylon 5,
Salt
not
is
all of
asking, creepy, is plot or justice better?
it. Is
Plot or justice? Which is better, plot or justice?
plot, I guess.
Oh, oh boy. So yeah. Um, Mara Marinanor asks, is there going to be a Warcraft 2 for cinema, do you think? I would think not. At least not anytime soon. Because that looked like an expensive damn movie to make, and the first one, it didn't do quite so well. It made back its money, I think. But it would be pretty risky to make another Warcraft movie so soon, where people are going to be thinking back to the one that came out recently and be like, oh, yeah, screw it. And that's going to be no matter what. If they have the same kind of quality, it's going to be expensive. If they
Yeah.
pull Starship Troopers 2 on us though, and just have frickin' it's about an Alliance guy trapped in a dark room for 90 minutes, swearing that there's orcs out there before he runs and throws some freaking LED lamps on the ground and says magic, and then the movie ends. Maybe they
That'll
can
be the
afford that and
asylum.
make some money on it.
That'll be the asylum version of
You remember
Warcraft.
Starship Troopers 2?
Like I said, that'll be the asylum version.
How do you go from up here to just so hard, so fast? Oh God!
They
Oh.
were really, really putting forth the effort for that sequel to make it as bad as possible.
Soda Master is asking, I think you'll ever review House of a Thousand Corpses. I think eventually, but maybe this year even, if it stays in my mind. It's one that's been asked to.
It won't stay there.
I know nothing does. Nothing
Don't
does.
don't lie to people, Decker. You know that.
Decker, what are your thoughts on the supposed Last Jedi remake? Asks Rolf Pro 1, and we talked about that a bit, and I think that it's not going to happen, not going to go anywhere, and it's being blown out of proportion. I don't
Yeah.
think that there's that many people out there who really are expecting to be able to get The Last Jedi remade. And of those people who are, I don't think that there's a very large proportion of them that it's because they think girls are icky.
Yeah.
That's just me. I generally like to think that people are nice guys. It's like, hey, happiness. Well, it hasn't tallied completely. It still says poll ending, so it's not. He's not showing me the final results yet. Okay, there we go. There we go. It had 4 more votes to tally and show me. So the live and wired poll: how would you go about remaking The Last Jedi? 31% voted that the Porgies shall now be gremlins. And okay, there's a 26% tie between having only one ending and just all straight white males, everyone, straight white males. 26% voted all straight white males.
But 26% also voted that it should only have one ending.
Yes, and 31% voted the Porgy are now gremlins, and 17, the lowest number, came in for even more diversity trademark. Oh, and got a couple of comments. One says, yes, I'm first. Let Ivan Ortega finish his re-edit, says Jay Fernstein. And Nick Kehoe says, that face when someone mentions gremlins, and has a little gremlin gif of just doing like. So this is nice. Oh boy. That's a lot more votes for that than I thought we were going to get. But okay. Maybe I have too much faith in humanity.
What was that all you were saying earlier, when this came up?
People just trying to be funny, okay? It's just trying to be funny. They're like, I was just scared Decker here. We're gonna vote for all straight white males. It's just scared Decker, and get this video posted on like Gizmondo and fucking Polygon and shit. Like that many people voted on this poll.
Moving on to a new topic, though, we have
Travis Barr says, "I find your faith in humanity amusing."
Okay, that's funny.
Okay, so what are we looking at here?
Up next, this thing that I am currently loading.
Oh, are we screen sharing here, creepy? Or oh, yes, we are. Okay.
I was about to say it's supposed to be. John Cena and Jackie Chan are teaming up for an action movie because this is what people demanded, I guess. For any fan of action films, it's always cool when big action stars come together in a movie to kick more ass and blow more things up than they ever could on their own.
Yay.
I can hear Decker's erection right now, just for anyone who's curious.
It's as like John Cena hear bamboo growing in the woods.
Yeah, basically. As John Cena sees his star power continue to rise on the silver screen, just like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson before him, it was only a matter of time until he united in a movie with an action legend. He will do so when he teams up with martial arts and cinematic icon Jackie Chan for a new action thriller.
Act of Valor and John Cena, a big action star. He's a wrestler.
I know him, as he's a wrestler. That's what I know him as the most. He's a guy who wrestles, and I think he had like a movie, The Marine or something like that, and
an action movie because he's done many movies, but he hasn't done that many action ones.
Yeah, Act of Valor and Need for Speed director Scott Wow, will direct the film that was previously titled Baghdad.
We're getting like, dear God, no.
I am in favor of this movie's title change, and is now working under the title Project X. Not sure that that's a great title, but it's an improvement. As reported by THR, the action thriller from writer Arachnophobia will see Jackie Chan's character as a private security contractor called in to extract the workers from a Chinese oil refinery in the Middle East when it comes under attack. Like in Die Hard, he discovers that these terrorists are really thieves who plan to steal the oil from the refinery. To thwart the dastardly plan to steal the liquid gold, Jackie Chan's contractor will team up with an American and former Marine played by John Cena, because I guess they remembered him from that one movie. The wrestler and actor replaces action legend Sylvester Stallone, who was originally attached to play the character. Yeah, I remember hearing that Stallone and Jackie Chan were friends, and they wanted to do a movie together for years. Anyway, John Cena has...
Patrick Johnson says that Project X sounds like some edgy teenager's Sonic OC. And I'm just in my head, I'm just thinking that I'm a clone of Sonic by Dr. Eggman.
Yeah.
But I'm slightly evil.
John Cena has been proving himself in comedy roles as of late, so it will be interesting to see him get back to action and in a co-lead role opposite Jackie Chan. They can see who makes the goofiest face when they punch something. Likewise, Jackie Chan has always excelled in fun comedic pairings with other actors, and while this film will not be a comedy, the dynamic between the two stars and their distinct and entertaining action styles are the main draw of this movie. As far as the premise of this movie, we don't get to see action movies take place in oil refineries, so I'm excited to see all the creative ways Jackie Chan's character disposes of bad guys. John Cena's next big role comes in December's Transformers spin-off film Bumblebee. And I think we've pretty much stopped talking about the movie at this point, so I'm just gonna, screw that.
Yeah. I think Stallone was supposed to be the role, but Cena took it because Stallone was like, no.
I know that Jackie Chan was Stallone wanted Jackie Chan to play the villain in Demolition Man that eventually went to
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes. Yeah, Wesley Snipes was given the role eventually, but he it was offered to Jackie Chan,
Yeah, that reminds
and
me of
Jackie
something I
Chan.
saw. I don't. Just something I saw on Twitter a couple weeks ago, I think, from Wesley Snipes,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like the picture of the cardboard box, and it says on it, "Do not open with Blade," and there's the guy with the Blade DVD on the tape, and Wesley Snipes tweeted that out and said, "Okay, to the 800 people a day who send me this pic, I seen it, I seen it, I seen it."
After that article with so many run-on sentences, I need something to drink.
Oh boy. So yeah, Jackie Chan and John Cena. And I wouldn't mind watching that movie, but I'm not watching it for Cena.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind Jackie Chan and Stallone together,
Mm-hmm.
like in a way that's going to be reviewed by Brad Jones. Maybe I needed like a drink of water. I don't know. And Jaded Crusader saying Snipes was a great bad guy in Demolition Man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Demolition Man's still one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I need to get my Blu-ray over here so I can just put it on. I'd be like, hey, my fiance, get off your Fallout 4. We're watching Demolition Man.
This is an article that I have actually been wanting to do since the show started. So.
Dark Magica Yoshi says, "Notice me, Decker Senpai. The Thing versus the Blob. Who would win?" I think that the Thing would win, but it would look like the Blob won. Ooh boy. Okay. Which article is it talking about? Says.
Hold on.
Oh, is it the Take On Tower?
Yep. And one moment. There we go. Okay. Dolph Lundgren to host action movie inspired competition show Take the Tower. And yeah, that's apparently a picture of him as he is now. I'm looking at him and I'm trying to remember him as He-Man, and it's just not coming to me.
I'm trying to remember him as old Dolph Lundgren from The Expendables.
Oh yeah, that too.
I'm having trouble with
Soldier. Universal Soldier and the Expendables star Dolph Lundgren. No one ever mentions the Masters of the Universe movie with him. Will challenge contestants to complete physical and mental challenges in Take the Tower, a new action movie-inspired entertainment format for ITV in the UK. Lundgren will soon be seen in Aquaman and Creed 2. He will host Take the Tower, which sees contestants take on a combination of physical challenges and quiz questions. You already said that draw on action movies and their tropes. Contestants attempt to reach the top of the titular tower to win. The 6-part series of hour-long episodes is being made for the ITV4 channel by British producer 24, which is behind formats such as This Time Next Year. I don't know what that is. This is probably the most bonkers idea we've had the good fortune to make, says Melanie Leach, the production company's chief executive. But in the words of the A-Team, it's so crazy, it just might work.
See, I want to go on that show and just climb the tower. Like I'm not actually going to be invited. I'm just going to go there and I'm going to just jump past the security. That's my action movie scene there. And I'm just going to climb that tower with them actually desperately trying to stop me. Like they got stun guns and like pepper spray and just, beanbag rounds are shooting me with, and I'm trying to climb to the top of this.
So basically, you're going to be the game show equivalent of that guy from the MTV Music Awards that climbed to the top of the stage during Smash Mouth getting their award acceptance.
I was thinking more along the lines of the guy streaking at the World Series.
You could combine the two. You could try to do what you said, but also get naked and streak while you're doing it.
Oh, the beanbag rounds are going to hurt so much.
And then you get to the top of the tower and you shout it as loud as you can to make sure the microphones pick it up. Hello, World Wide Web. I'm Decker Shado, the internet personality with the best. And then you fall.
I think I wouldn't get all that out before I get pelted and just tased. Oh.
But that's how the scene goes in my head. You
Stealth
fall
Shark
before you
asks,
can get to
what the
hair.
heck is even happening? What happens when Patricia is moving and cannot
Yeah.
make it?
And cannot make it. Yeah.
Oh, boy. Okay, Leading Blind says, there you go, creepy. Decker, review Masters of the Universe. Come on, Billy Barty as Gwildor.
Gwildor was the stand-in for Orko in the Masters of the Universe movie because they could not figure out a way to make Orko fly and it look anywhere near believable. That's also why they did not have Battle Cat in the movie, because for the same reason.
Soda Master says, well, Tom, all I see is a man with beautiful hair climbing the tower.
And he's also naked. Good God, kid, put that thing away. You're going to kill somebody.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay. Oh, broke my neck. Ah.
And yet he's still alive.
Yes, it's amazing how that works. Let's see. Okay. I got this. I know what I'm doing. Yes, I want to open the link. Why? That's why I clicked it. Okay.
Well, I'm glad you told me that was what you were doing because I had no freaking clue.
I'm just here on Live and Wired trying to keep my tabs of porn going.
Mm.
Okay.
So this is a typical day for you, in other words.
Pretty much. Now, did I click the thing right? No, I didn't. Okay, there we go. All right. So, yeah, here for showing.net, they're like, hey, we got this new trailer for post-apocalyptic survival horror film, The Domestics. And yeah, it's just this little paragraph here and this trailer that I can't show you because I didn't edit it down right. But oh well. In the end, defend. Orion Pictures has released the first trailer for a horror film titled The Domestics, which seems to borrow plenty from The Purge, which I don't see how they. I watched the trailer. I don't see the connection. But okay, here's the pitch for this one. In a terrifying post-apocalyptic world inhabited by gangs divided into deadly factions, a husband and wife race desperately across the country in a search for safety. They're going to meet up with their family. Kate Bronsworth and Tyler Hoechlin star with Sonia Mizuno, Lance Riddick, David Dast McLaughlin, Danny Greer, Laura Cayenne, Lance E. Nikes, and Jeff Chase. I don't know about everyone else, but I'm a bit tired of these brutal horror films where everyone is out to murder and torture each other. Give me something more original than that, please. Like, I don't know, the end of the world and people just in fucking, like a Fallout kind of broken down society like they have in this movie. If that's your thing, have at it. Here's the official trailer that we didn't watch, evidently, before we wrote that. Just saying, there's many things that the trailer has that they're saying is not in it, and it's confusing me. Okay.
Like, going by the picture, I was like, okay, this looks less like The Purge and more like the Shyamalan film about going to grandma's house.
It's kind of like over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. The river's got bikers, the woods has the KKK, and will bury you in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of, there's some heavy shit, but it's like, it's not like The Purge, like, oh, this is how society works because it keeps us safe. No, it's the world has ended. The world has ended and it's fucking dangerous. The only people who survive right now are the ones who are willing to kill each other. So you got the world split into factions, and you have effectively the title faction, the Domestics, and they're effectively just like normal people that just want to be pleasant little suburbanites in the post-apocalyptic world. But they're trying to get together and meet up, safety in numbers and all that. The people need them, so they got to travel across 8 territories with all different gangs and stuff to get to that spot. And it's kind of like the fucking Warriors in that sense, more than the Purge.
Right.
But that's just me. We got a $4.99 super chat from Get Got saying, "Hey Decker, I love your videos. Keep up the awesome work. Thank you very much." Thank you. Ooh. So Okay. I'm trying to see if there's any chat on the thing. It sounds like Mad Max meets National Lampoon's Vacation. Kind of.
Yeah.
They had some funny parts in the trailer. Like they met up with one guy who was like friendly to them, and they're sitting there and there's a shootout and stuff, and he's there killing the guys and they're sitting there and they're hiding from the bullets, and he's like, "Me and my wife would love to have you for dinner." So yeah, there's a bit of a few comedic little spots there. So yeah, it's more like Mad Max and National Lampoon's Vacation. A lot more like that than The Purge, based on the trailer. So I'm personally looking forward to it actually.
Eh, I'm kind of like, maybe, maybe not.
Yeah, I set up the show and I'm looking at all the movies and genres that I focus on. I'm like, hey, Creepy, what do you think? So it sounds like something you like, Decker. Like, yeah, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
like it sounds like something that I'll probably end up having to watch with you someday, and I'll just be going like, okay, this is happening.
Oh God. Wait. I got a really good one. Says Dark Magic Yoshi. Graboids versus Xenomorphs. Burt Gummer and Ellen Ripley versus Graboids. Yay or nay? I saw a piece of art that was a Graboid Xenomorph, and it was one of the most confusing damn things.
Thankfully, he did not share it with me.
Yeah, that was just something like scrolling by, raise an eyebrow, get the Forrest Whitaker eye going for a bit, and then just keep scrolling. Oh, the fun, the fun. Oh boy. So we have a little bit of YouTube news left, I think.
Yeah, we have this thing where if there's YouTube news, then we have to save it for last.
Well, and I am banned. Well, I haven't been officially banned, but I have been known that it is not nice to make YouTube news, especially negative YouTube news, the theme of every single title card for Live and Wired.
Yeah. He
I,
figured this out on his own, ladies and
yeah,
gentlemen.
what was that? Four or
He's a
five,
big boy now.
4 or 5 episodes I did where it was just like
Hmm.
bad YouTube news, bad YouTube news, bad YouTube news. They had VidCon recently, and evidently some things were. Uh, let's see. Okay, well, I'm going to open this. They introduced some features that I believe Creepy can't use any of them, and I can use some of them right now and some of them later.
Hmm.
Creepy can't use any of them right now. He will eventually. He's gonna. Creepy, you're gonna break the 10K. You're gonna break it soon. You know that. Okay,
I'm
screen
saying
share.
nothing because I'm like, okay, Decker's going to do this and then it's going to jinx. And so at the very least, I can blame it on him because you did this to me right now.
Okay, so YouTube introduces channel memberships, merchandise, and premieres, and that's baked in. YouTube creators are gaining a number of new tools to generate revenue from their videos and suck it from their subscribers, outside of traditional advertising, as well as those will help them better engage their fans. According to news, the video streaming site announced today at the VidCon conference in Anaheim, California. This includes the rollout of channel memberships, merchandising, marketing partnerships via FameBit, and the launch of Premieres, which offers a middle ground between pre-recorded edited videos and live streaming. And that kind of does concern me a bit, but okay, memberships. Before today, YouTube had offered a Twitch-like sponsorship model on YouTube Gaming. This gave fans the ability to sponsor a channel for $5 per month, which also gave them access to exclusive digital goods like a custom badge and emoji. YouTube started testing this program across its larger video network last fall. It said those tests led to YouTube channel memberships. Unlike YouTube Gaming, channel memberships have additional requirements. Creators will need to have 100,000 subscribers or more, be over 18, and be members of the YouTube Partner Program. So fuck you, fuck you, fuck. Well, okay, fuck you, okay, and fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Unless suddenly it just okay. However, the price point for backing the creators channel remains the same, $5 a month, and includes the custom badges and exclusive emoji. It will also allow subscribers to gain access to members-only posts in the community tab, where creators will share custom perks from time to time, like access to an exclusive live stream, additional videos, shoutouts, news of upcoming events, early access to ticket sales, and other things. And now that could work sort of like how Patreon does right now, but the thing is, it's $5 a month all the time. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like, well, do I include the first 2 tiers and keep the live stream Patreon exclusive? But then I don't know what's going on. Do I just have them all through that? But YouTube's going to take their cut of that, and I don't know how much that's going to be because there's cut of.
I wonder if what brought this on was just YouTube trying to compete with Patreon, period. Because I know a
And also
lot of
probably a bit of a band-aid on the whole thing where, oh yeah, they kind of screwed over a lot of their people and made it so that they weren't making nearly as much money as they used to be.
right. But it's like a lot of people who are YouTube content creators use Patreon, so
Yeah, it's like there's a lot of things to compete with, but also if it's baked in, it does become easier to use. So it's pretty good to bake it into their services for that. But YouTube says it will vet these perks manually to ensure they meet YouTube's guidelines and are something the creator can actually deliver. So, for $5 a month, I will destroy an endangered species. This tool set is fairly powerful, so we want to make sure they don't put products out there that they can't really commit to, explains Director of Product Management Rohit Dhawan, who heads alternative monetization at YouTube. He says the perks can be almost anything the creator wants to offer within YouTube's guidelines. No sex, unless of course it's like lady on lady and you're just showing the nipplies. Then that's fine. It's kind of like a blank canvas. It's thus giving the creators the tools to customize the membership offering and provide whatever perks they feel like is going to be valuable to their fans. Yes. Feature launch in January for select creators. Okay, content creator more triples YouTube revenue. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, okay.
Are you using words when you read this article?
Well, I'm trying to do a little shorthand in my brain because this is a long ass article. Merchandise. In addition to memberships, creators will also be able to sell to fans directly starting today. In a shelf directly below the video itself, creators with more than 10,000 subscribers can offer merchandise like t-shirts, hats, phone cases, or any one of over 20 different merchandise items that make sense for the channel. And now that's something where I'm like, okay, maybe I could get on that because I know I need to get onto the merchandising a little heavier. For example, the creators of Lucas the Spider turned his character into a plushie and sold more than 60,000 units, making over 1 million in profit in just 18 days. Okay, that's great. How fucking many subscribers do they have? 2 million. Okay. So yeah, that's good on them. New program is being launched in partnership with the custom merchandise platform Teespring. YouTube says Teespring will retain a cut of the merchandise, which varies per item. Effectively, the way it works is that there's a flat price for items sold, goes through Teespring. It's kind of like how Spreadshirt, how Spreadshirt used to work, where you set your own price on top of the base price.
Right.
Okay, but YouTube has also negotiated a deal with Teespring where it receives a commission on those sales, a small flat percentage, we're told, the majority of which is returned to the creator. Oh yeah. It's meant to incentivize the creator to sell merchandise through YouTube as they'll receive more thanks to this returned commission if they sold direct. Okay. So if you have a Teespring store already and it's already very popular and you have a YouTube account, it's still better to sell it through your YouTube account.
Mm-hmm.
But YouTube also takes a cut. Okay. So yeah, premieres. Finally, YouTubers who want to leverage the revenue generation possibilities that come with live videos will have a way to do so without having to actually go live. It seems strange. Instead, they can use a new YouTube feature called Premieres that creates a landing page they can promote ahead of video's release. This page will also have a chat feature like live videos do, which means creators can use Super Chat and take advantage of channel membership perks even if they aren't doing live content. And yeah, I don't know who the hell would drop a $50 Super Chat on a premiere video of a pre-recorded thing. I don't know. That's actually before it premiered. What the hell? These guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Videos are uploaded in the same interface on YouTube, so there's no new workflow to learn beyond toggling the premiere switch on. Creators can also join in the chats as the video goes live to engage with their fans around the pre-recorded content, as well as comment on the videos before they start. When the premiere wraps, it's posted as a regular video on the site without the 2-minute countdown video YouTube ads. We're going to use our search and discovery platform to promote these, notes Kurt Wimps, Group Product Manager at YouTube, who's leading live. Coming premieres can appear on the YouTube homepage. You're going to appear across dedicated premieres can be used to promote upcoming videos. YouTube also said the version of stories will arrive for all eligible creators with more than 10,000 subscribers later this year. The announcement comes at a critical time for YouTube as Facebook is trying to woo creators away to their network and video hub with unique features of its own, like no advertisement. The news also follows another announcement. And also, I've tried to look up how the hell to upload to Facebook. Dear God, do they make it not easy? The news also follows another announcement YouTube made to advertisers this week about new ways they'll be able to connect with their audience using a creative suite of ad tools. Hey, there's a comment. What's the comment? I like video analytics. It's a huge space in mobile stage. What the hell? Okay, you're just an ad. Go away. All right. So, yeah, that's a lot to unpack there. And let me scroll up, see, did I... Okay. No missed super chats. Good. Well, bad that no missed super chats, but good that I didn't miss them. Yeah. Lot to unpack. The thing I'm worried about with the premieres is, like, there's, like, no point to setting a premiere for a show. I
was seeing that whole thing, and I was like, this is kind of redundant.
It's redundant. There's, like, no point. But here's the thing. One of the reasons why I came up with Live and Wired is because I was trying to figure out how to be nice to the YouTube algorithms. And one thing YouTube loves is engagement. So I figured, what can I do? I don't want to just be live for the sake of being live. I want to do something productive. So I wanted to have a purpose to be live, have the community participate in ways, have the polls, respond to the chat while we're going along, not just read the articles and say what's going on recently.
Talk to people, engage with people, have them throw money at you for various reasons.
And Living Corpse X says, can I send you lewds? Depends on whether or not you really are a living corpse. If so, yes. But yeah, the thing is, the engagement. Comments are engagement. Every single piece of chat on a live stream counts as a comment, and you get shitloads more on a live stream than you do on a pre-recorded video. Just a thing. So I noticed on my gaming channel when I started doing live content, and I got so many more comments. I mean, on a regular video, I'd get 5 comments, and on a live stream, I'd get a couple hundred. And there was a big boost in the recommended my channel's performance overall on the gaming channel that is being recommended out, and new subscribers and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, this is a thing that helps a lot. So I figured, how the hell do I incorporate some live content into the main channel? And Live and Wired was born of that.
Right.
Try to figure out how to do it, but don't do it just for the sake of it. Do something productive with it. And I still want to improve Live and Wired. I still want to have like a whole thing going. We can get like Hollywood celebs on. Like, hey, we have John Massari again for the 5th time. It's amazing.
Have you heard from him recently, by the way?
I haven't. I haven't had internet. He's been tagging me into like every single Killer Clowns thing on Instagram. I haven't spoken directly to him and said how things are going and heard any updates on too many things. But I do know that the Killer Clowns live to film concert went very well, and they are doing it again on Halloween.
Excellent.
I don't know if it's still going to be at the Montalban. It might. It probably will, based on what I know. But yeah, still down to Hollywood. Get your ass down there. You got until Halloween to save up, and it's not that much. It's not that much. Just find the right time, find the right point in the week where suddenly, instead of the thing saying that's going to cost $800 to fly, it's going to tell you, hey, that's $150 round trip. Do it.
How much are tickets? Do you know?
The tickets to the live to film concert, I don't know. I never looked it up because I didn't. I was like, okay, I spent all my money going out there to film the signing. I don't have any left to go to the concert. Planning is not my strong suit. Let's put it out that way.
Then you wander around a bunch of neighborhoods where you were like, am I supposed to be here?
Oh, my legs hurt like hell. But it's a learning experience. I learn eventually. After like 10 times of doing it wrong, I eventually start doing it right. And then I slip back into my habits.
Right.
But yeah, the thing is, with
one street you wanted to go down to in Tokyo, and I kept telling you, no, we're not going down there.
I'm going to go back to Japan. I'm going to go down that street.
Yeah, nice knowing you.
So,
for those of you who don't know, it was a street inhabited by the Yakuza.
they'll come out and they'll be looking at me like all intensely, and then they'll be like, Deka Shado. Sako no komi o motsu seikaiku desu. And I'm like, hi.
You forgot the ka at the end of that sentence.
You don't.
It's a question. They would be speaking it as a question, so.
Damn it. Seikaiku desu ka.
Yeah.
Okay, so the thing is, with live streams having so much greater amounts of comments on them, increasing engagement rankings so hard, it might become the one thing that you might see that just sort of becomes the norm on YouTube, sort of like how everyone says, please like and subscribe, because it's shown that does improve your overall thing. It's annoying as hell, but it does technically slightly improve the rates of likes and subscriptions.
And I don't think that it's that, people, are just totally against liking or subscribing or anything. It's just that when you're on YouTube, for some reason that just sort of goes into the back of your head whenever you're watching something, and then you get through with with whatever it is the video you're watching, and you're like, okay, that's done. Either I'm going to go and do something else now, or I'm going to find another video, and you sort of jump over that step of, oh, I was supposed to like or comment or subscribe. But then if there's a reminder in the video every time, rate, comment, subscribe, etc., then you're like, oh yeah, that's right, I'm supposed to be doing that.
Yeah, so it's sort of the norm on YouTube, and you see it everywhere. And the thing is, because comments are engagement, and because engagement seems to make the invisible algorithms of YouTube like you better, as far as I can tell, I don't know, the things keep changing. I think that in order to be competitive on YouTube, pretty much everyone is going to have to set every video as a premiere, or at least regularly set videos as premieres.
Right.
And get the big boost of comments going, because I mean, like last review I put up got 30,000 views and 300 comments or so. What the hell did I do? I don't know. I don't even know what I do. But let me take a look. Let me see, because it's so long, and I know in that how long it is. If it was a live stream, you could get a rate of like 10 comments a minute. Let's just say conservatively, and is 25 minutes. So that'd be like 250 comments right there. It got 465 comments out of 33,000 views. So I would still give it a big boost with a very conservative estimate as to how many comments it could get as a premiere.
Right.
So would that be a thing where you just to do well on YouTube and make the algorithms like you, would you have to do that? So that's what I'm concerned about. It's confusing. I mean, I don't mind the ideas. Like I see the merch option baked into the thing, and like, okay, I should branch into merchandise, and having it right there would be very convenient and very nice. And I could see about getting something like that set up. It would be good. I wouldn't have to tell everyone, go to this external site to buy my merch. I mean, if you want to buy my merch, it's right there.
Right.
Buy my dick. It's right there. It's my merch. Give it money. Oh God, what's wrong with me?
Decker, the we're running up on the 2-hour mark soon. I don't have the time to explain that.
That is a very good point. But yeah, so the merch, man. I don't have a problem with the idea of having the merch right there baked into the thing. I'm like, okay, that's convenient. It's right there. If anyone wants it, they can have it. If they don't have to. They can scroll right past it.
7 minutes in, and he drops that. 7 minutes left, and he drops that on me.
And
also, you're repeating yourself.
Yeah, but the setting everything to premiere, I just feel like that's not.
Yeah. It's like one, it's a redundant system in the first place, and two, then everything is just going to be set to premiere from now on.
Yeah, I mean, what if you're like, you don't catch the thing immediately? Like, one problem with the premiere system is like, you don't catch it as soon as it goes live for a show like the review show. And so you catch the premiere halfway in, and the review's half over.
Mm-hmm.
and you got to wait until the episode's done. You got to wait another 10, 15 minutes before it then goes up as a regular video, and you can start at the beginning and watch the damn show.
Right.
So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Not
Yeah.
everything works out so well as a premiere,
Right.
but the algorithm might like it better. Okay, so we got one topic left, I think. Oh, yeah, but I don't know. There's a little thing. It was a little history thing. It might be fun, but we have really low on time.
Yeah.
There were also several other articles that Patricia put out, fished up for this actually, and I did not add them to the thing because she came up with a lot of articles, and I was like, okay, we're not going to have time for all of this. That can go. That can go. That can go. So yeah, but there was a little thing on theoutline.com showing the history of YouTube every single year, the most popular videos on the site, starting with the first most popular YouTube video, Hey Clip. Remember that one?
Not really. No.
I think it was very popular because it just kind of it won the thumbnail lottery.
Right.
The thumbnail was this lady sitting in a chair with her legs crossed, and it looks, with the low quality footage of YouTube at the time, it kind of looks like she's not wearing any pants. She's actually wearing shorts. It's just thumbnail lottery right there, because no one could customize the thumbnails back then. Whatever it picked from the middle of the video, that's what you had.
Right.
They seriously won that thumbnail lottery, and clicks make it go higher in the thing. So it doesn't matter if no one liked what they saw. They clicked it. It's going to get higher results in search engines now.
Right.
Yeah. Whew, there it goes. Eddie Herder saying, only YouTube poop for me. I'd like to see the most popular YouTube poops from the years. When did YouTube poops start? And what is CS188's biggest hits? Pooping the charts before they all got struck for copyright and his channel got really put through the ringer.
I was always disappointed that What's in Fucking Side Me did not become more of a thing than it was.
Yeah, I kind of tried my hand at a little poopish kind of stuff and see, like, can I make a viral video with this or that? No? Well, fuck it. I'll just keep making reviews. Okay.
Yeah. It's like you did one with the Jeepers Creepers 2 prophecy scene every
23 years for 23 days. Every 23rd spring for 23 days, it gets to eat. Eat what? Eat lots of spaghetti.
Yes. And then there was, like I said, there was the What's in Fucking Side Me remix, which, again, I always felt like that should have gotten bigger than it did.
Wolf Pro 1 saying is Despacio, most viewed YouTube video. I think maybe right now. As I know, most of the highest viewed YouTube videos right now are music videos from big labels.
Right.
Just very popular music videos.
Right.
Because if we're going for views, then being able to replay it helps a lot. Music helps for that, and music videos are also short, so you can, if something's really, really, you're really into it, or at least me, you can just play it like 3 or 4 times in a row. Because fuck it, I need to listen to Roland Wang Chick Chick again.
So we've got 3 minutes.
Chick Chick?
We've got 3 minutes of showtime left. So final announcements and so forth.
Yes.
Shameless plugging.
So next week the summer special is starting. Because I haven't even watched the damn movie yet, I'm fearing that at best it's going to get up on Thursday, but I'm going to try to make up some time because now I have internet here. I don't have to worry about going back and forth for the upload and spending 7 hours doing it. So I could just do it here, and I got a 23 megabit a second upstream. I love it. So
again, yeah, I'm hearing Decker get an erection.
Yeah. So not going to be doing any gaming tonight. Did a little Megaton Rainfall last night on the gaming channel. You can check out the recording of that. I did that live, but the recording's still up there. VR on PlayStation VR. And I want to continue that, hopefully finish it tomorrow night. It's not a very long game. One reason why I wanted to wait for it to be on sale. And I might be looking at making some merch soon because, I don't know, like on the merch page for merch and Creepy. You can do merch too. We just got to get to the 10K. Everyone, subscribe to Creepy. Why didn't you yet?
Yeah.
What is
Also,
your
I have let's see, the X-Men review went up yesterday. X-Men retrospective, Savage Land, Strange Heart. And next week, this coming week, will be Batman. We're going back to that. And I also have another channel. Midnight Wing Theater is back. It's a separate channel altogether. And there's going to be a new video going up. I'm going to start uploading it as soon as we're done here, as soon as Live and Wired is off the air, and I can upload without sounding like a potato, as I've been described before. For which still don't know what that means, but it's still funny. But
Travis Barr says he's subscribed already, and Patrick Johnson says, I already did. Stop hassling me. Now what you got to do? You got to go to all your friends, all your family, encourage them, tell them how much you love that long-haired creepy guy.
Yes, what he said. But yeah. So there'll be a new episode on that channel going up once it's uploaded tonight after Live and Wired concludes, which it should be doing right now, in fact, since we've just hit on a 2-hour mark.
Nicole's asking for a hint on the summer special, and it's going to start next week.
There's your hint.
It's summer. Happy summer. Oh, I love fucking with people and getting their hopes up.
It's a wonder you haven't been killed already.
Oh, I got that Konami code going on. But thank you all for watching. I've been Decker Shado.
And I've been the long-haired creepy guy.
And remember, the summer special for the summer of 2018 is going